Everyone dreams of changing their life. But most people never do, not because they lack talent or time, but because they believe that real change must be big. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect chance. And while they wait, their dreams slowly fade away. Emily was one of them. She was an ordinary girl, kind, quiet, and full of doubt. Every morning she promised herself that she would start fresh, that she would finally change. But every night she whispered, maybe tomorrow. And just like that, the days passed, and her dreams drifted further out of reach. One rainy afternoon, she sat by the window, staring into the distance. The sound of raindrops echoed softly in the background, matching the heaviness in her heart. Her grandmother walked in, carrying a small clay pot with a fragile green sprout inside. Emily frowned and asked, "Why do you still water that old plant? It barely grows." Her grandmother smiled gently and said, "Because growth doesn't happen all at once, my dear. I give it a little water every day, just enough. You can't rush growth. You can only nurture it." That night, Emily lay in bed thinking about those words. Maybe she didn't need to change everything overnight. Maybe she just needed to begin gently, slowly, one small step at a time. The next morning, she woke up 10 minutes earlier. No grand plan, no long list, just 10 quiet minutes for herself. She used them to read a few pages from a book. The next week, she added 5 more minutes. She began writing one line of gratitude every morning, just one. At first, it felt like nothing was happening. No one noticed. Even she wondered if it made any difference. But little by little, something inside her began to shift. Her thoughts felt calmer, her mornings felt lighter. Her confidence, once so fragile, began to bloom like that tiny sprout in the clay pot. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Emily didn't become perfect, but she was growing quietly, beautifully, and consistently. She smiled more. She spoke with a new warmth in her voice. She carried herself with a quiet confidence that didn't need to be seen to be real. Then one day, her teacher asked her to speak in front of the class. Her heart pounded. The old Emily would have said no. But this Emily, the one who had learned the power of small steps, took a deep breath and walked to the front. Her hands trembled, her voice shook, but she kept going. And as she spoke, her words found rhythm and strength. She talked about how real change isn't about doing everything at once, but about doing one small thing every single day. When she finished, the room was silent for a moment before it filled with gentle applause. In that moment, Emily realized she hadn't become someone new overnight. She had simply become a little better each day. That was the secret. Growth isn't loud or dramatic. It doesn't happen in sudden bursts. It happens quietly in the small choices, the gentle steps, the moments no one else sees. You don't have to rush, you just have to begin. Because greatness isn't built in a day, it's built daily. One small act, one small decision, one small heartbeat at a time. And one day, when you look back, you'll see that every tiny step, every quiet morning, every 1% improvement became the path that led you to your best self. Your 1% today is your 100% tomorrow. If this story touched your heart, give it a like. Share it with a friend who shaped your journey, and subscribe for more real, raw stories that remind us. The people beside us and the small steps we take together are the greatest treasures we'll ever have.